In ancient times, this sacred mountain was sealed by the dwarf deities with 5 powerful.
Let's skip that boring part and let's dig into business. I need your help.
Hey, where am I? This is a bit different from what I visited earlier.
Hey, come here quick.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
How dare you to interrupt my story? I am the mountain.
Well, as I was saying, this is the Misty Mountain and has 2 things about it. One, it's filled with golds and diamonds.
And there is some kind of weird magic. What was the last part?
Instead, you can mine any dwarf streams, and all you need is a pickaxe.
Any dwarf streams?
Hey, hello there, viewers. So, hey, Fred and Ferd.
Hey Gibbous, how's it going today?
Unfortunately, Bruno is not here, so we're here together. And hello there, viewers. So, I will just read whoever we have right here. So we have Wicked2, One Box, Iki on Art, Wapex, Bruzu75, 322 confirmed, MLD Tech. Yeah, hello there, everyone. And let's
Ikion says Bruno looks different.
Yeah, I hope he will be later on today, but for now it is in this kind of way. So yeah, Fred, do we have something to plan show today?
Well, Fridays we normally show off test site. I can hop in there and publish it if we want to do a social experiment. Just start with that at least, and then go over to the Misty Mountain and do some mining, I guess, for the winter. Unless you want to change it up.
No, I think that sounds perfect.
Okay. Do you want me to hop in and publish this thing?
Could you?
Yeah. Just give me 1 minute.
No worries. All right, but I'm just looking into all the draft gallery, and there is this date created, so it's possible to see the oldest and the newest. So that's cool.
Some recent publish versus old publish.
So there is date created and last updated, kind of two kind of settings.
Oh, I didn't know there was a date created also. That's cool.
There's so much actually experiences, 1,000 of them. Wow.
1,000 pages.
1,000 pages. Yeah, you exactly. So on one page, my God.
All right, so this is test site dash TPM for the Pickaxe Master. Description.
Oh, hello there, Vox Mac in the studios. E and the IT guy. Hello there. Very welcome here. Sorry, Fred, to cut you off.
That's okay. Talk to the chat. Okay, so social event trap. Social event, not trap. Social event tests. In the description, it's going to be social. And we're going to share it.
Yep.
All right, just give it a minute normally, but it says it has successfully been shared. Sometimes when you try to hop in too fast, your game maker will crash, but if you wait 60 seconds or so, you should be good.
Mm-hmm.
Or even 30 seconds.
So that's the one. If anyone, or maybe everyone wants to join, please join. And yeah, let's give it a few more seconds.
Yep, you'll find this in the Game Maker software where you make the games over in the drafts the drafts gallery. Should be the first one that pops up. You can also search for 0.8 games if you just want to refresh your search, and you're already sitting on the drafts gallery tab.
Actually, that's very helpful. That's very, very helpful. All right, I will try to hop in.
Yeah, it should be good by now. No worries, Kay. I think Kay's doing some housework today. I heard him saying in Huddle.
Oh, hey there, one boxed. Oh wow, that's a neat avatar. Ooh, we have some platforms moving. It's so hard to see his name. Very cool, very cool.
That's true. I never even thought about that. That's good for hide and seek. Mad balls are good for hide and seek. Oh, why is the platforms doing that again?
I'm not sure. Yeah, but it seems like we did not change any of those, but things are changing.
So I've been over on the Misty Mountain getting things ready for big things to come. So we haven't been doing as much in the social test department. So I haven't had a chance to talk to you about what changes I made because I was on vacation one of the weeks. But basically what I've done is we were trying to find how to make light work in darkness. So I got that working pretty good, and it looked like you guys were having fun with that.
Indeed.
On the bottom, instead of it turning to dark, I put the psychedelic effect on. So now it'll be like, I don't know, a computer version of a mushroom trip. And there's a few other tests. I don't know why the platform was doing that, but we'll give it a test.
I like so much the lights, actually. I'm still can get over it.
The headlights. There's a little lag when you're pulling them around in a social setting. Like it takes a minute for the server to catch up, I think, but it's pretty cool.
For example, when you were turning, for me, it's all good. Basically, it's
yeah, you're right. Yours looks
fine.
good. Like as you're moving around on your own screen, I can see them behind you. But yeah, if I look at your car, it looks good.
All right, that one is still working fine.
This is the psychedelic now.
Oh, all right. Oh, wow.
So one thing that I have learned about using the actor behaviors over here is I didn't realize there was another field. Let me see here. There's another field called activation type, and I have it set to fixed. So I think that's why I have to use 2 assets to make this work. I think you can change that to toggle, so I need to play with it a little bit, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, you don't need 2 assets to make all this junk work. You just need 1, and you need to change the activation type field. So that's something I'll be playing with.
Very neat. Yeah.
And
Though
then,
even with the 2, it still works.
yeah, with 2, it does still work. Over here, we couldn't get the, you know, the SP message to talk to MP to go back to SP type thing, you know? So I just changed this over to, it's kind of like the first event, but for this one, you actually have 3 different options you could trigger instead of just 1. So that's what this one is over here. And it's all built on MP, and it'll work every time. So you have a chance to get 1 boulder, 2 boulders, or 3 boulders. That's just
Yep.
with a simple
And
RNG.
does it look like the numpads are offsetted or no?
Yeah, so come down here, please. For my screen, it looks like the number pad's totally off to the left. So a change I did is I did my RNG platform system, but then I also built numbers on the left side so that if somebody spawns in and that thing is offset to the left because when they spawned in, the platform was all the way off to the right, then at least the person that triggers that trap will also set off some messages and not just completely miss. So that's why there's extra number pads on the bottom that doesn't look like it's getting hit by other players.
All right, so it's like a offset protection system, some sort of.
Yep, because for me, the number pad's on the left side. It's catching
Yep.
the three number pads on the left, and for you, I'm assuming it's catching the 3 number pads on the right.
Yep.
And so yeah,
Like,
that's what happens. So yeah, if we're gonna take our car, we have to take the steps up to level 2 because you can't.
and it restarts. Basically, it's resets itself after it's been used.
Yep. So it'll reset itself, and you can get the 1 boulder, the 2 boulders, or the 3 boulders.
Yep. So it's like a variation. What kind of boulder you will get? You don't know what kind of boulder it will be. Yeah.
Right.
Understood.
So for the first one, that you just get 2 every single time. But for this one, it's also plugged into that RNG on the floor. And then we're using gravity on the top. There's like a little gravity system to send a message, which probably isn't totally necessary to make all of this happen, but it was pre-built to test something else. So I just made it work for something else quick.
Yep. Let's go to the second level.
Yep. So right now in the sandbox, there's a bug that if you have something picked up, you can't climb a ladder. So
yep.
So yeah, you have to use the steps. So over here, I had a system set up where I'm using health in a multiplayer setting to see if it'll work. Originally, I had those lamps set as buttons, and I was watching you guys play. I was like, duh, I can't make them buttons because you have a pick-upable. And so I'm pretty sure I changed them to speaker. I can't remember. Let's see. So if I go up to this, it should kill it. It didn't move. I don't know if it's working properly. Somebody turned off the weather. So this thing is supposed to send the wall back and forth, which it doesn't look like it's doing that. It's just staying in place. So it doesn't look like you can use health for much. But I'll figure it out.
But
We'll figure out some use for health.
yeah, still it seems this time it's reacting to a player, so we'll see. Oh,
Yeah, so
have
that's not very useful over there. But over here is one of my most favorite traps we've set up so far.
indeed, I have to agree. It's kind of stressful sometimes.
Yeah. You have to like pick a spot to hide out for a minute or just like, go for it.
Yeah, the calculation is like, will I make it? Yeah.
So sometimes the timed event gets messed up a little bit, but it's not even that big of a deal. Like if it starts in the middle of the road, it's not that big of a deal. Was the game jumping around there for you a lot? Like this screen, was it hopping around having some lag spikes?
Maybe not lag spikes, but basically when camera is getting a bit bashed around.
Okay.
That I think that was it. I really like the sun moving up and down and moon getting up in the sky when weather is changing.
Yeah.
That
The way
seems cool.
the way we're going around, that's the last trap I'll have to talk about.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. No big deal. You're giving a preview. So this event was set up to be more of a bollard system rather than rocks with gravity. So instead of stuff falling out of the sky with gravity and collision on them, um, there are platforms. So when they get set off, they'll sit there for a minute and then they'll go back up. And this is all done with. I've been using timed events for now, but the timed event will get off eventually and they won't end up in the correct positions. As of
Hmm.
right now, I found I'm really lagging around bad right now, but it hasn't crashed. We've got 5 people in here now just doing traps all over the place. So it's a good sign. I've seen some lag spikes, but it's been pretty decent.
Hmm.
Okay, so over here is the trap or event where Bruno really wanted headlights to work in the darkness. And so in the post processing effect on the bottom, what I did was I transitioned the screen to black. So
Hmm.
headlights don't work in that because there's no light, there's no nothing. It's just black. It's done with a post processing effect. So that wouldn't work. So I figured out, well, I just thought to myself, you have to have that white light because you and I talked about that. Adam, if I make the weather or I make it really dark, or Fred, I'm Adam or Fred. Um, how do I make the blocks look the right color? And the trick to that is you have to leave your light color in the weather. You have to leave it as close to white as possible. So there's things you can do like have sky, oh, what's the word? Influence. It's like sky influence. That's a big one. And you just have to play with it a little bit. And
Hmm.
also with this one, I took it more into like the grays. So they're not really showing up the right colors because if I left it a bright white, then it looks like it kind of just looks like a night where the moon's really full, and we wouldn't get the effect. But yeah, that's what's happening here. When you drive up, the weather switches, um, which makes it really dark, and that's why the headlights will still work. It's because I'm using weather and not the post processing effect.
Hmm. All right.
I I noticed that this post processing effect has gotten stuck on. His ears on for you.
No, for me it's blinking and all seem to be good.
Let me see here. Yeah, that's interesting. Mine's actually stuck in the psychedelic post processing effect, and yours isn't. Huh. Weird. So yeah, if you want headlights to work at nighttime, you're gonna have to use a weather switcher.
But that looks just awesome. I do imagine do you feel like in future it's possible that we will also have some colors left?
Um,
Because yeah.
I mean, you can get pretty close to it. Um, and I mean, you can use subtractive light in places too to kind of suck more light out of places in particular. But if you're using the weather, yeah, you just have to kind of, you need a black sky, really increase the sky influence, and then take that color from white to just gray, just slightly until you get the effect you want.
Hmm.
So if you play in there, you'll get a feel for it. But yeah, I think that you'll be able to see the real colors of things, but I don't think you'll be able to be as dark as I've made it in this test.
Yep. 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 Probably starting to understand how this works, but yeah.
Yeah, it all takes playing around with it a bunch of times to. I mean, I didn't know how to use it when Point 8 came out, and I still can't wait for someone that's really crafted in their art, like knows how to manipulate colors really well, shows me how to use it better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey
I just
guys.
always. Oh, Bruno.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Bruno?
Hey, I'll be your vampire today.
Yeah, off screen presence, trying to jump scare us every once in a while.
I'll try to do that. Hey, how you guys doing?
I'm doing
Uh,
fantastic.
yeah, great. I think.
I was able to see a little bit before I hopped in the call with you. I have to admit, this trap that you did, this is one of my favorites.
The headlights.
Yep.
Yeah, I built these a while ago, and I haven't had a chance to hop on test site and talk about it with everybody. So yeah, it's good to get in here and get a little refresher, talk about them again. So just talked about the 8 traps. That's how far we've gotten, or 8 events.
On the 2 floors. Another idea for these lights, is it possible to have them on a timed event as well, so you don't get them like forever? You get them like for 30 seconds, 1 minute.
Yeah, that's how it's set up right now. I just have the timed event set to just long enough for it to transition and sit there for a couple seconds. So it'd be
No,
as
on the lights of the car, actually.
oh yeah, we could probably change the lights of the car easily too. Yeah, that's going to be the same. One of the level 3s, I was going to make it so you could turn on your headlights and stuff. Just some events I haven't gotten to yet.
Got it.
All right. So yeah, I don't know, Fred. Maybe you have something more to tell, or that's about.
Well,
We did all 2 layers. So yeah.
mhm. Yeah. I mean, the what's on the horizon for test site is keep building it up, like Bruno was just talking about. We're going to test out turning on headlights and stuff like that. I want to really figure out how we can power up one player at a time. We may start building logic around the race cars, so that they're setting off logic for themselves and not other people, basically. I think is one of the next cool things. I'm also very open to people's suggestions on what traps or events could happen in the game maker, because I just really like working in the community and stuff too. So any kind of things we can do like that. But yeah, I don't have much else to talk about. The health component up there for teleporting around, that's not working. I gotta scrap it. I gotta play with this actor behavior because I learned there's a variation field, so I can change that from fixed to toggled. So we don't need 2 assets for that. But other than that, everything's pretty clean. We were playing today, and the screen was hopping around a little bit for me while everybody was out there. We've got 5 people setting off 8 traps, and the game didn't crash. That's all good things in my head.
Yep. Yep. Indeed.
Now we have to scale it to see what happens with 20 people
Mm-hmm.
activating all those traps.
Well, so it's recommended to have 40 lights at the most on your map, and then the game maker will crash. So if you're turning headlights on and off, but like just thinking about how many carts you could have, probably 10 if everybody has their headlights on at once.
I think that will be quite hard. So these power ups slash traps will somehow be limited. They will not be able to be triggered all at once by all the players. And speaking of which, you're saying about being able to target specific players, only one player at a time. And I do remember that we tried something with Curio, and we had some sort of mechanical thing happening inside a cart.
That's true.
I'm very excited to try that again.
Yeah, we haven't done anything with Curio, and I've learned quite a bit about Curio. So
you did work with Curio before.
I learned a lot about Curio from working on the Golden Drop with Kay. But basically, Curio is if you spawn something on the map, it's for everybody to collect their own. So if a Curio spawns and there's 5 people on the map and I go and collect it, all the 4 other people can still go collect that. But it has cool things like it can send messages on collection and stuff too, like other ones. But you'd have to have logic that wipes it off the map for the other people. I do understand that with Curio now. If you want to use Curio and you don't want other people to pick it up, you'd have to wipe it off the map somehow after one person picks it up.
As a plant, maybe the same message that when you pick it up, you can destroy it.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to try to build it. I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I'm pretty sure of that. A lot of testing still have to undergo. And this is pretty cool about this map. So we also talked that whenever we got all the tasks done for this new experience, that we can turn these test map into like a lively live tutorial as well.
Definitely. It's it's a cool place to show people the things that are possible and try to inspire them too. I hope people get ideas from hanging out on test site.
I think that will be very good to leave that legacy, let's say, of the work in progress, then everything's tested, and leave this for the open for everyone to see it. Just like, okay, let's take a look on how these events were done and have an explanation in here on how they are done, how they are triggered, how do they work, and just have like an open library to the metaverse. You just can hop in and learn.
That'd be very cool.
I would not be surprised if that comes to be a thing in the future, like dynamic tutorials, live dynamic tutorials.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's some experiences that have tried to be educational towards the game maker and the sandbox, and probably a lot easier to go find them all now that we can search. But yeah, this is an exciting time because that little social tab was given to us in 0.8, and now we can just hop in real time and test with a bunch of people on the map. It's freaking awesome.
I agree with you. This just takes Game Maker and the Sandbox to a new level. And probably the next one will be when the map is open. And not only we are exploring in the draft gallery, but we can actually go into the play map.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. We're free here just playing around. Do anyone want to play, I don't know, maybe hide and seek or some other games?
I see we have Ian Dighty Guy, we have Breezy75, we have someone up there near... we have someone up there. I'm not sure who it is. We have someone also in near the Outer Studios assets. Hello, Huddle Hill. How you doing? And thank you for the raid. GMA.
Yeah.
I think we lost Fred.
No,
Fred
I'm
is
just
not
blowing
here.
my nose.
That was a
Yentiga
struggle
Ikigai
last week.
says, let's hide. So yeah, maybe just we should say that if anyone wants to join this experience, please do. It's on the Game Maker draft gallery. Uh, if you search for experience on 0.8, you should be able to see this one on the top somewhere. Yeah.
Yep, it's gonna say test site.
Yeah.
Big old white letters.
I would wait everyone that has joined us now from the Adel Hill raid just to top on and get some fun games. And let's get some prizes for those fun games as well.
Tell them what they're gonna win.
Well, we do have a couple of stuff that they can win, so let's just give me 1 second. Just let me take a look in here,
All right.
see what we can do.
Sorry, I got a little excited.
No, you are totally right.
If you want to play hide and seek, I know you guys are having fun up there, but we're gonna line up. Are we gonna stay up top? Yeah, that's a better idea. So we'll line up by where the cars were parked, I guess, or somewhere up there. Yeah, we need everybody's name. The basic rules of hide and seek are you gotta run around, but once time's up, you don't get to move anymore. And then once you're found, we'll have you go stand by the checkered flag or something.
Okay, Fred, I got an idea for the prizes. So, we've been blessed by R24K with an extra minor mech set.
Oh,
which was very kind from him. So I was thinking it's a full minor mech set. So we've got 4 pieces. I would say that we give away each 1 piece per stream. So we've got on the test site. So let's call it that will take 1 month, this event. It will be 1 today, 1 for the next week, 1 for the upcoming, etc., etc. So that way we can reward our community in here with the R24K minor mech Go West 927 gear set.
I love that idea.
And maybe we can create a sort of events, like a best out of 3 events. For example, we can do the races, we can do the hide and seek, we can do the parkour. I'll let you decide.
All right. So top of the 3, so the winner would be considered the one who won 2 of them,
For example.
or
And if there's a tie, we can make a final one just to know who's the right winner.
So it would be like first person to win 2. And is that how it would work?
Could be.
With so many participants?
It could be. Or we make 3 and we'll see who's for example, we make 3 events. If we get, well, it will be hard to have 3. Yeah, basically that's that.
I think it'd be just the first person to win 2 if you want to go that route.
Yeah, that's right. So if you want to win a minor mech piece of equipment by R24K, join in the test sites and let's do some fun activities together. We've got Ian Dighty guy, we've got Breezy75, who we got running over there as well. That avatar kind of hides that's one boxed.
Yep.
I'm very happy with these avatars, the Mad Balls. It shows that custom animations are starting to take place on the avatars. And that is very satisfying to see. customization
Indeed.
coming to its best, coming closer.
Yeah, the Mad Balls are a cool avatar.
We've got Ian. That aura mech suit is also so good looking. We've got the escape room artist going to hang out, going to park the avatar. Art also going to park the avatar. So if you're wondering how to win these equipment sets, all you got to do is join in the test site, which is in the draft gallery, search for experiences in 0.8, and hop on in.
It should be on first page if you search for 0.8 experiences. Unfortunately, go west.
It should be the first ones. And I can see Ikion Art already joined to as well. And hey, I didn't want to interrupt the conversation for any means.
No, of course, all good. I'm just looking at these avatars and all of this equipment and just, yeah,
Yeah,
some cool stuff for my eyes.
Yeah, the group in here showing off.
I think this kind of shows in a nutshell what the metaverse will be.
Well, it's hard to say what it will not be. For me, the metaverse could be everything that you could think of.
I totally agree with you.
So, yeah, it's a hard concept, I think, to grasp. Because at least for me, I think that there is only one metaverse, which many parts of it. Some people say like Sandbox metaverse, the Decentraland metaverse, Meta metaverse, and that they are all different. Well, I think it's still going to show up how it's going on, but for me, it's only one.
It will become one. At least it seems from the founders of all these projects that they are working towards interoperability. So I would believe they would also go that route. You have one avatar that it's linkable through all the metaverses and basically just becomes the internet, but everything is connected.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's like, stuff like this has been around for a really long time already. And the metaverse, I mean, I always try to think of it as Web3, I guess, but it's just like the next step of the web.
Well, regarding the Web3, I think that the speed and interconnectivity. But regarding the metaverse, I'm thinking that maybe maybe it will be also on Web 4, maybe Web 5, or some sort of Web IE. I'm not sure, but the metaverse as a concept is not new. But I think that basically right now we have the technology to start doing it.
It's just being reintroduced to a lot of people right now. But like, we played WoW, and like even like AOL days, there was lots of stuff that you could go call a metaverse. It's just being reinvented right now.
Well, I'm thinking that before it was very hard to note for example, World of Warcraft to connect with Mu Online. So it's two kind of MMOs which really have different kind of style, maybe, or different kind of worlds, and to connect them, it's a bit not straightforward. How do you connect? Those companies need to like connect and make some sort of partnership, which is not always easy. And with decentralization on crypto, I
Hmm.
think it's we already agreeing that there is no one like authority on that. So basically,
It's
everyone is able to connect its part to it. Yeah, Fred.
it's called test site. Yep. But yeah, you're right. Like you can't go into World of Warcraft and be like, and also here's the internet that you can get to from World of Warcraft. That'd be so terribly
Hmm.
received. But like the sandbox is very close to the internet, just raw internet, and that's kind of why I like associate what people call the metaverse. When in my head, I associate it more with what Web3 is.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I think this kind of Web3 part of it is very important for it. Because, well, that's something new, I think, that we did not see before. So, yeah.
Do we want to set a timer for getting it into a line, or how much time do we want to give everybody?
Probably we should. Well, I see that some chatters are still joining,
Hmm.
but we could start maybe lining ourselves and start hiding. I'm not sure. God damn,
All
these
right. Well,
avatars,
let's
they
just
they
say
look
five
cool.
minutes, and you got to line up by L1 over here. If you want to play hide and seek, right by the stairs that go downstairs, you have 5 minutes to line up.
Regarding what you're saying, yeah, for the avatars, I feel like the sandbox very soon will feel like one of those MMOs, like where you would go into the social hubs and you would find everyone with a different skin or a different equipment set, and everything looks pretty much customized. Like in here, we can see the diversity.
All right, so it's already 10 players in this experience. Um, so everyone who wishes to participate in the hide and seek contest, I don't know, hide and seek, please try to line up near this wall right here where Fred and Ferd DPM builds. Um, I don't see the names. PGFF is where the 7 sevens come. Um, one boxed. All right, this is one boxed,
Yeah.
but the names are so hard to see right
It's because he's wearing a mad ball. Yeah.
He put the
now.
nickname in the inside world.
What is your opinion regarding, for example, this Z facing?
The Z facing. What do you mean?
For example, when you have a avatar, a big head, and he takes maybe a helmet, which is this skull,
Oh, you mean how
and
the
then
get equipment doesn't quite fit right on other avatars?
yeah, because
I
I
mean,
thought, at least in my mind, that that's why Sandbox is like having these templates, but it turns out like
I think that it's probably going to make more work for people who want their own assets to fit on everything, but at the same time, it's probably going to be more of an opportunity for other creators to create stuff that fits those avatars.
but why do we have templates then if it's all on
Because
the creator?
just because it's easier that way to plug it in. I mean, might be a sore topic to bring up so soon, but Alex
Yeah.
on the last time he was on GMAE, he said that it's possible to do custom animations in an avatar because Mad Balls, look, I can point at Mad Balls and
Mhm.
say, look at that. And he said, don't get your hopes up too much because avatars in general, they need to be fair in a PvP setting. So imagine you're shooting at a Mad Ball and he can break into a bunch of different pieces and you can't hit him. So basically what he was saying is there's going to be like a whitelist and a blacklist of avatars. So if you want to play competitively in a PvP game on your land, you could say that this avatar is not fair on my game. So
But
that's the
the
thing that you have to worry about long term.
but hitbox is influenced by the animation on avatars. I do
You
know
know,
that on assets it does.
and I thought the same thing when he was saying it, but he's Alex, dude.
Mm.
I mean, I'm sure you can make a universal hitbox, but then like, what if he's things all over and you're shooting all over, and it's actually this invisible hitbox where he was standing? That's not really fair either.
Well, yeah. I see how custom animations could break this kind of PvP setting. And yeah, probably that's the best solution to have whitelisted and black and whitelisted avatars. But
And then
yeah,
I think you make a good point too. Like, if you want most gear to fit your avatar, you should probably stick to the default avatar because most people are building gear, at least traditionally. Who knows where things are going to go? But traditionally, all the gear's been built for a default avatar. So, but
It
map
would make
balls are cool because they look like they actually ate it because they're actually just like a mishmash of pieces and stuff. So it makes sense on a mad ball. I actually like it on a mad ball.
yeah, definitely. Of course, this avatar looking amazing. These avatars, and
And just to
and
complement what you're saying, it makes sense that it go towards customization. So, like Fred was saying, if you want something more generic, you just go with the most generic avatar template. But if you want to make something more customized, for example, I would say Cyberkongs or Mad Balls, because every one of those they're very different in terms of how they look, their size, and that will go into specific collections, I would say, that are more fitting into these type of avatars or these type of collections.
yep. So, could
Like if
everyone?
you hop into Roblox, there'll be people like you go in as a normal avatar and then you'll be walking around and you'll see somebody that's like as tall as a skyscraper because they probably paid some Roblox and upgraded their character. So you could have people like, if you didn't care, you could have people as big as buildings walking around your land, really. There's really nothing stopping somebody from making something as long as they can stay under the nodes in the face. Um, Making huge avatars. And I would love to see that someday. That'd be really cool.
Not sure what would be the cap on it, but that would be cool. I see that you're ready to start with the hide and seek, and I see a lot of people is sitting right here next to the cars.
It's
Yeah,
been just about 5 minutes.
They're just
It's
chilling
been,
there.
you got a better chance of winning with all these less people. But yeah, if you want to play, we're going to line up now.
All right, everyone, let's go. Let's have some fun together. Line up and let's do some hide and seek, some racing, and whoever gets the first 2 wins will win a piece of a miner mech equipment from R24K.
All right, let's see here. So I just took a screenshot. So we have one boxed the 7/7s, PGFF, and Ian the IT guy. You can go hide.
all right.
Good luck, everyone.
If anybody else wants to play, just make sure I get your name on the way past. It looks like Killer07 if you want to play. Oh, you have to hide under the ground, PGFF. You have to hide under. It'd be pretty easy to
Well,
find up there.
maybe not have to, but probably it's easier down there.
Yeah. You do have to hide underneath.
Maybe yeah.
Yeah. I'll just watch where you're hiding if you hide up here and I'll go to you right away.
What I like about these heads is, so if I don't know if that is correct, but I saw that if you put something on your head and your head is moving around, the equipment is also moving around. So that's neat. But I'm not sure if that was right.
You mean for the Mad Ball?
Yep.
I think it stays with when he's jumping around. Definitely. Is he wearing K's sparkles right now? That's awesome. Where are we getting the water sound from? Oh, somebody's
It's
swimming down there. That's crazy. I could hear them swimming around. Somebody's in the water. I'm cheating.
actually there is some water down just
Yeah,
beneath.
that's what I'm
So
saying.
that's
Somebody was down there swimming. I could hear him up here.
all right. Interesting.
All right, we'll give it one more minute. And then, ready or not, here we come.
I will take a car for some more light.
Woo, woo, woo.
Can I get a blue one?
Yeah, we should like make them blink. Well, there's a visual effect for police lights. All right, I'm just waiting for this next minute to hit. All right, here we come. Check every inch, Gibbous. Leave no
Right,
stone unturned.
Killer 707. You should come with me, and
All right, we got Killer.
Killer, yeah, let's go here to the how to say the waterfall entrance.
Oh, I got somebody. PGFF, I got you. You're in the tunnels. The end of the slide. I'm not really sure how you got in there. You're in there. Shining my headlights right on you. You have been found. Okay, so we got Killer, BGFF, Ian the IT guy, the Sevens, and One Box is still out there, Gibbous.
All right, let's try to find them.
We have 3 people left to find. Maybe if I crouch.
The 7-7s, I think you might be stuck there. Let's try to. All right, the 7-7s. Type exclamation, not exclamation, but /respawn, and you will be respawned. And
hit enter and then /respawn.
I'm thinking maybe if I put a car there, maybe it will help. But I think the car is stuck now.
I had to ditch the car. It wasn't helping.
Oh wow, the 7-7s jumped out of it somehow. Now I'm stuck.
Give it's just /respawn. You can get out of there. I don't know if you know that or not.
Yeah, I do know, but I'm not sure how. Jump against the wall.
Oh, it's because it's too deep. There's a little hole in there. Yep. That needs to be fixed. Where could you possibly be hiding in here, One Boxed? And Ian the IT guy.
Oh, I cannot write. It says the sandbox is trying to reconnect to the internet.
How did we
Though I
glitch?
see that 7's walking around and the stream is on, so all should be good. You jump off the wall.
All right, where haven't I explored? What hidey hole have I not been to yet? Probably run by them 100 times.
I think there's a trick for you to jump out of there, Gibish. It's you have to do in between A and D on a corner. Like you see Sevens, how he's moving? Like he's pressing,
Yep.
he's spamming A and D at the corner and then keep jumping. Yeah, something like that.
I'm not sure, but
I can see your headlights flashing around down here.
It's the wiggle, says one box.
I never did actually learn how to do it, but I saw that people really go very high with it. Like if it's some sort of corner. Oh yeah, it did work.
You're free now.
Now help me find them because I cannot.
Right. Yeah. Let's
We
try
got
to
Ian the
check.
IT guy and one box. Just sitting somewhere pointing and laughing at me.
All right. I think I see one box.
See one box?
I
Boy,
think.
goodness.
I'm not 100% sure, but I will try to see. Though this car is not helping. All right, let's leave it outside.
Oh, he's in the water. In my experience, always in the water.
How did it get there? All right, I will go try it from the other side.
Bruno, what if we can't find them?
I believe in you.
Okay, thanks. Never mind. We got this.
One box is giving a hard time here to Gibish. He has to crawl all over around the map.
Yeah, but it's not here anymore. I did see him just a minute ago. I think in right here, but
I think he grabbed the chance to flee before you actually detected him.
oh no, he's somewhere here.
There it is.
All right.
He made it easy for you.
How? Yeah, actually, he found me.
So that means Ian won the first game, right?
Everyone else has been found?
Pretty
It
sure.
seems like it.
It was between one box and Ian the IT guy at this point.
Hell yeah, that makes it 1 point for Ian the IT guy.
It does, yes.
So the next activity would be either the climbing route or some laps around this map.
Yep, the climb or the race. Should we flip a coin for it?
Or we let everyone decide.
Okay.
So one box, Ian. Who else is participating? 3T2 confirmed. Play games for fun, and I believe I'm missing someone.
Let me see here. It was one box, Killer, the 7-7, PGFF, and Ian the IT guy were playing last game.
Okay, that was right. I was forgetting about previous. Okay, so since you participated in the first leg, let's call it, what would be the second challenge? Climbing or racing?
Yeah, Ian, you can keep your hiding spot. I never found you, so you can save it for next time even.
Freddy, how do you feel? Do you want to race or do you want to climb?
I don't care. I like watching the race.
So maybe.
Or not the race, but I didn't mean the race. I meant the climbing.
Yeah, I am also thinking maybe let's do the climbing. Of course, some of us already are better in it, but
Hey, you show up, you get the practice, you know?
so probably let's all stand on this. What is this flag? Yeah.
So the rules of this one, if this is what we're doing, is you can't use the water to help. And you have to get
Yeah.
up to this flag.
If you hear someone like touching the water or see it, like yeah, you have to go.
I'm going to blow
again.
the whistle and you have to get to the bottom. But yeah, I got the high ground here.
All right. So is everyone ready? Ian the IT guy, should you move now? Yeah, yeah.
That was when he was talking about his hiding spot.
So I don't know, maybe
chat?
I will just count. Oh, you're counting already. Nice.
So when you see go, you can go. Don't anticipate it. We use the chat box. We've got it back. But this is the best way for us to all get to start at the same time. Don't anticipate it.
GG, everyone.
One box is flawless right now. Oh. He's given you an opportunity to catch him, but only one little one so far.
No.
Killer, if you can get out right there, that's fine, but don't swim up. One box is the winner.
Oh my god. That's so fast.
That was probably the record of this track so far.
Yeah, it's not easy. Bruno knows how to build a pretty difficult little parkour. Wait till you get to the Misty Mountain.
Have you tried those parkour races, Fred?
Oh, heck no.
You get used to it.
You got a leg spike at the end? Well, you did a great job nonetheless. All right.
All right. Yeah. I'm still did not climb halfway.
So we've got 1 point for one box, and we've got 1 point for Ian, the IT guy.
That is correct.
It seems like everything is coming down to the finals.
Looks like we're doing a race this time.
Yeah, so to race, probably we all have to swim up to the waterfall and maybe just line up. Can we get up here with that?
We can, but it's not the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah.
You got to get over here on a block like this. And then get a perfect jump over. Maybe you can't do it. Oh, you were close. But no, that's hard. Why don't we just start up here on the steps?
Yeah, we could just start on the steps. So there is a possibility to go around here to do a one very hard jump, but yeah, we could just start all right here or line up right here. Though that line would be helpful for a fair start, but
Well, if y'all start in the same spot, that'll be
By the
right.
way,
So I see IT and IT guy, the 7-7s, one boxed. Is anyone racing also?
we're missing Breezy 75. And I'm not sure yet which equipment set. So it's 4. There's going to be raffled for 4 shows. So let me do a quick RNG. So if it's a 1, it's the headpiece. If it's a 2, it's the chest piece. If it falls under 3, it's the arms. And the 4, it will be the leg piece. Let's get RNG. 1 to 4. Let's see what we're going to give away. Number 1, so it will be the headpiece. Which, by the way, looks awesome on a Care Bear.
yeah, it does. Gibbous, did you do the route to show everybody on stream?
All right, yeah. So when we start, so it's a turn right here. Then it's another quite sharp one. It's easy to drop down from there. Probably this is the hardest part. It's all bumpy, and narrow. And right then it's this straightforward where, well, I thought maybe we will try some traps. And probably the finish is, what do you think? Is it back up there or just finish it by standing maybe?
No, let's just say swimming up the waterfall to the other flag.
Yeah, probably let's do. Oh, car, can I get out of you?
Just hit enter /respawn. You can try to hit C.
Yep.
Hold C.
Before it was writing that I did not have connection, but right now it's all good.
Oh, that's what you were saying before. Okay, so everybody knows the route. You do that, and then you climb the waterfall up to the flag that we were doing for the parkour. First person to get on that flag will win.
All right.
Okay, do you want to try to follow them around, and I'll be the eyeballs?
All right. Yeah, that would be.
All right. So everybody run this way. So you're all in the same spot with your face on the wall, like this.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And then once you got your face on the wall, you can stop running. And that's where we'll start from. All right. Are we ready? Everybody's been waiting here for a minute. That wants to go, so. I thought I saw someone running around down there, though. So I'm just giving it a second. And then here we go. At the countdown. Once you see go, that's when you can go. Oh, you guys left too early. I'll give you a minute to get back. I'll wait at 5 until we're all ready. Okay, good. Perfect. Nope, no problem. Still plenty of time in the countdown to get back. 2, 1. There you go. Perfect. Great start.
Oh, someone fall down. I don't know if your PGFF will be able to get back. With the killer is... Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, Gibus is winning right now. Ian, the IT guy, took the lead. Oh, it's all about who's swimming up faster. Ian, the IT guy, is finding a lane. Oh, get up there. The Sevens took it. Yes, the Sevens took that one. Like, jump on that last block, please.
That one was exciting.
Yes, that was a good race.
So everyone's tied up now.
Yeah, we have 3 people with 1 point now.
Okay, I would suggest the final one to decide how it will tie up. So my suggestion is to start on L2, do a complete run, go down the stairs, and do a complete run on L1.
So go up there and run a couple laps.
Yep, it will be a different setup.
Yeah, sure.
Get some traps going on. Try to use them in your favor.
So run around lap 1 and then around lap 2.
I would start on the top. I don't know. How you feel better?
Let me think about this.
Where are the stairs? There they are, the stairs.
So if you go all
There's
the way
2
around,
stairs.
yeah, all the way around the 1 and then up the stairs and then go trying to think of how I'm going to police this. You go up the stairs and then you run around to the right. You have to get past these platforms and then you can run down. As soon as you get past those platforms, you can run down here. First person to stand on the soccer ball spawner wins. Does that make sense?
I
I think so. So we are able to run down after we... So we start from first layer. We go full round. Then after we gone 1 lap, we run up to the stairs. Go 1 full L2 lap, and after we pass this, then we go and run towards the center. Is that
Right.
correct?
Yep.
All right.
We'll start right here, actually, by the L1. You have to run a lap and a quarter to get to the stairs.
All right.
You do have the ability to stand up on the sides. Running on the edge is not allowed. You will be blown a whistle at you. But yeah, if I see you running for an extended period, you'll just be disqualified. You can go pick up a car if you would like. We'll give you a minute. If you don't want a car, that's okay. You don't have to have a car. I'm going to blow my nose quick while we're waiting. If you want to do a test lap or 2, that's okay as well.
I will just try to clean up the track a bit.
All right, so the way it's looking right now, 1 box has a point, the 7 sevens has a point, Ian the IT guy has a point. If PGFF scores a point here, we will have to play another game, which would be very interesting. Good luck, PGFF. All right, I think it's time to get lined up here. So like we did with the other race, just run towards these stone blocks right here. Like the 7 sevens is lined up. So you're going to run down here. You're going to set off all 4 traps and then come back here and run up the steps. Take a right, go around that way, set off all 4 traps. Once you get past the platforms that try to push you off the edge, you can run down and stand on top of the soccer ball spawner. First person to stand there gets a point.
All right, seems quite clear.
All right.
Is it clear for everyone?
I think so. Everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so since you have cars, that's fine. You can be like that. All right, I'm gonna start typing. Ian got pushed off.
Oh no.
Yeah, the collision box just push people around. Okay, I'm holding off. I'll wait till everybody gets lined up.
All right, so if we're
With the
with
cars, you can't really line up that way. I get it.
Yeah.
Just get as close as you can. Be fair. Okay. Here we go. Wait, Ian the IT guy just fell off the edge. Are we starting back behind the green? Okay, we're on the green now. We'll wait for Ian to get back. I'll start at 5.
GG, everyone.
All right, here we go. Oh, PG.
No. PG.
You have to
PG.
go around first. That's fair.
Oh.
That's okay. That's okay.
All right, I
That's
will
okay.
lead a
I'll
little bit
allow
off.
it. I'll allow it.
Oh no.
Oh, somebody fell off the edge.
Ah.
All right, this time we can go up the steps.
No.
That was Givas.
Then you got to go this way. Yes, this way. Oh, Ian fell. Gotta
Go up,
way.
go up.
Oh, Killer fell. The lights just got turned off on Ian.
Oh, that just affected Givas as well.
All right, everybody's coming up to the platform, pushers. Oh, it's doing good. Here they come around the edge. I can't see shit. Okay. Gotta get up here. 7-7, jump up here. Whoever jumps up here wins. And it's the 7-7s. One box almost got it. So close. One box almost got it.
Hell
Good
yeah.
thing you
GG.
had a third base coach there, 7-7s. But yeah, the 7-7s takes it with 2 points.
Congratulations.
Right? Yep.
So you just won.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was also just wanting to think, do we mine on the Misty Mountain? And who will it be? All of the winners?
Well, I think that we already did on these test sites, all the tests. So yeah, I think we can invite all of them to mine at the Misty Mountain. We've got 40 minutes left. What do you think?
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
And by the way, Fred, I noticed that you were streaming on the Misty Mountain yesterday. I was just lurking.
It was
Also,
a lot of fun.
Yeah, I would love to hear some feedback from you regarding your experience there, playing as first person, let's say.
Well, I've gotten to play it for a few days now, and I'm getting to know my way around the Misty Mountain a little better, which is cool. I've got the dialogues, so like if you're in the middle of something, you'll walk up to them and they'll be like, "How is that task going?" It's working for a few of them so far. Got to fix a couple, but we're going in the right direction there. And for me, the dirt's glitched out. I couldn't get dirt to drop any educational dirt, and I was It might be because something spawned inside the wall that I couldn't grab, and then the rest wouldn't work. I'm not sure, but
Actually, I remember you talking about that one, and I never thought about it, but that would make a lot of sense because the way that so you saw that beam of light. Let's
there was
call
a
it.
big beam of light inside a wall that I couldn't get to.
Yep. You know what that beam of light is? So basically,
It's
that's
probably the educational dirt, right?
no, that's the so when you mine, it will drop that. It's just a prop, and then it will spawn that beam of light, and that beam of light actually it's a spawn tag. So
Oh,
whatever it drops down there, then it will teleport up here to that beam of light, and then the beam of light dies, goes back into the logic, and that's how we teleport whatever been RNG'd.
mm-hmm.
And sometimes it does not work, and if it goes into the inside world, that would make a lot of sense why it breaks sometimes.
Definitely. That does make a little sense. But I was having a lot of fun. I'm getting to know my way around. I was playing with torches a little bit, trying to figure out different routes a little bit. But yeah, I was mostly in there just making sure my stuff worked. Trying
Did
to
it
get as far as I could. I got as far as I got so far, and that was pretty much all the quests and all the way up to educational dirt, and then I couldn't get past that.
that sucks.
I love it though. I was saying like it was kind of surreal to be on the Misty Mountain on my channel, just working on it.
Well, now it's getting your own personal touch in there.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So I'm taking notes here for 322 confirmed that just won a headset from the Miner Mech by 24K. So congratulations, you'll be receiving this one soon.
Nice job. Way to come. You came back from behind and scored 2 points there.
322 confirmed. So got all the notes for the winner.
Let me pull up my notes for the Misty Mountain, see if there's anything I forgot to mention. That I haven't talked to you about already. Yeah, it's pretty much that dirt thing. Oh, and then I was thinking maybe we could do a QR code at some point too when you're trying to talk about the pickaxemaster.io. Why not also have like a QR code around there?
That's a good idea.
So everybody's got that picture scanner thinger in their pocket.
Actually, I'm very curious. How much is that used? The QR codes
all the time. You just pull up your camera on your phone and it pulls up the link.
I'm asking that because here in Portugal, people do not have that tradition that much. They use QR codes for some sort of mobile payment, and that's where people trust the most. Use the QR codes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, if I know correctly, you could embed some information into QR code, which might be harmful. It does not it is, but it might be harmful. So I usually don't QR scan nothing.
Yeah, don't scan a random QR code. Only scan QR codes from sources that you trust.
Regarding the QR code on the map, well, maybe it's possible to do some sort of billboard, but I think it's important that it's not with the wall setting.
I think we can mint a QR code into an NFT and then display it on a billboard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've done it several times. It's not too difficult.
Yeah, regarding technical, yeah, of course. So, who will be the first one to mine?
I think we can do by the order of the wins.
All right, Bruno, maybe you have written down the ones who won.
I didn't,
I
but
know that.
let's recall it.
Pretty
Hide and
sure it
seek
was
Ian.
Ian the
Right.
IT guy, and then one boxed, and then 7-7s, and then 7-7s.
Right.
So there we go. 3 lucky miners.
We'll try to find Ian. All right.
Also, I'm getting ready right now the Medium article for the weekly recap, which is already posted in the Discord server. So if you have not taken a look yet, please do go to the Discord server and take a look at the announcements. So there's some pretty cool stuff going on. And we're eager to show you and tell you in detail everything that's about to happen in the Pickaxe Master.
All right. So Ian, the IT guy, here's a gold pickaxe. And what do you want to mine? Stone.
Go stone or go home.
Go stone or go home.
I'm probably going to start mining stone as well. I'm getting diamond thirsty.
We're all getting diamond thirsty. Actually, been quite some time since we have not seen a gemstone. I would bet it would be coming soon. And speaking in diamonds, next Wednesday, it will mark 1 year since we have opened up our servers to the public. Hey, do you want to try it out to have the miner set?
Let's try.
Yeah, get this. I was wearing it last night. Freaking beautiful on the Care Bear. Don't put the arms on though. I mean, the arms are great, but they kind of cut into the GW on the butt.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It looks cute.
Yeah, I was having fun running around as that last night.
Oh, the sound is not on the stream side. Just a second. Up.
Yes, Wicked U is right. Wicked U2 is right. Good luck, Ian the IT guy.
Indeed. Yep. Of course. Yeah, let's find some more stone.
I'm also getting good at knowing which block is which. It took a while. Yeah. It took a while for me to differentiate clay and dirt.
But it should be quite quite easy to see.
Day three, I'll be able to see the difference. But that's how good games work, you know. You do have to come back to games to feel the progress sometimes. And I think it's cool that the Misty Mountain offers that in a space that doesn't really offer that yet, anyway.
On 08, it's much simpler to recognize the blocks because there's so much contrast going on.
That makes a lot of sense.
The colors work in a way different mode than they are right now.
Also getting used to keeping track in my head where like the last 3 pieces are. So when I see the transformation, I can go check. It's a lot easier when it's a quest indicator popping up. But yeah, if you're just mining for minerals and stuff, you really have to keep your wits about you if you want to find your stuff.
I would imagine that after 1 week of playing here every day, you would find your surroundings very easy to go around.
Hmm. I would say that too. Yep.
So we mining, but no drops yet. So I feel like maybe some sort of bigger drop will come. I hope so.
Me too. For example, in those cases, it kind of feels like that asset might have been spawned into the wall. But generally, I think that this is due to a lot of assets in the map. Usually, when we have test out with reduced versions, this logic becomes much, much more stable, and the chances to not working properly get heavily reduced.
There it goes. So would you
Still
call
a nugget.
those nice? So would you call those misfires or a game feature?
I would call it misfires. Because the logic is set up to work every time 100%, but there's something that holds it from working properly. That it's not on the logic side because we did so many tests and we got sessions. I remember that we were mining like 40 blocks in a row and there was no problem at all. And there are some other times that you would get that problem repeating every once in a while. So it's too randomized to tell that it's a bug from the logic. I would call it most likely that it's due to something related or with the server or relating with processing or optimizing the engine.
Yeah.
Not sure what would it be.
All right. So Ian, the IT guy, let's go check the vault. But it seems like one silver nugget. You just have mined. And yeah, let's trade it to sand.
Because let's not forget, the servers also need to be stable and not to be overwhelmed, let's say.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, regarding that, I'm still not sure. I have to test. Is the game on running on the server?
It's in some part it is. So this is my wild guess as well, because this started to happen since 0.8 is out. Being, let's imagine, the sandbox servers. Either you're playing on 0.8, either you're playing on 0.7, either you're playing on the alpha map. Everyone is inside the sandbox servers. For that reason, with 0.8, there's many people now playing games that are in the draft galleries. On top of that, now we have mini seasons, so there's always people playing the game. So server-wise, it's much more busy. And we used to stream in times that there were no events going on. There was no social hubs, so the social hubs do invite a lot of people to play at the same time. So server-wise, it was much more empty. Let's say like that. Would that be, for example, an influence factor?
So the next one to mine is Ekion, right?
No.
No, one
No,
box.
one box. All right. Thank you. I do try to find all of them to check. Well, yeah, I don't know if it runs on the server. Um, I think that when you're loading, yeah, it's going from the server. But if you're already loaded, I think it might be that it does not use any, sorry, internet connection, or does not need one to run. But yeah, I did not test it, and I hope that maybe with some server updates. One box stone. All right. or just more stability on them will help. But overall, I think that yeah, there is a lot of happening in this experience, and just making a little bit smaller place for it might help to be more performance. Oh, immediately a silver nugget, very nice. A more performance friendly, and will show how to solve any problems if still there are there. So yeah. Mm, though with performance, yeah, as I'm saying, when once you look how the game runs for the um, boss killer or junior, you start to question like how much computing power do you really need? Because I remember Crisis. So if you really have a good game, good computer, uh, Crisis will still run quite slowly. But if you have a super heavy PC like Monster, the Crisis runs already nice, and there was a meme made out of it. But can it run Crisis? So maybe at this point, while the sandbox is still in development, we really see a lot maybe not final optimization. I really think that optimization is happening when you really know all of the features of your game, and Sandbox is still developing them. So I don't think that optimization is the top thing that they are concerned of. I don't think that they are thinking of having hundreds of players in servers. I'm thinking just because of instances, they only thinking of having maybe 20, maybe 50, but not hundreds of people in one instance. So um, they are solving that way by that kind of approach, I think. Though I do not know how it will be in future. It always might change. Um, and also, yeah, once the developers have all of the final features, they can really start to look onto optimizing them and performing the improving the speed of them. Of course, it's happening. Another silver nugget, very cool. Of course, it's happening now, but I don't. I expect that once the sandbox is fully ready to launch, the performance, for example, for 1x1 lands will be very good. For example, if you are making 1x1 land but putting a lot of things in it, it will still run quite alright. If you're running, of course, 9 by 9, maybe 4x4 experience, then you might be thinking about some really smart assets and just use of assets. Because at least for now, there is a lot of things happening in this experience, and that really shows the performance shows how much actually is going on, and just how much of things Sandbox Maker can pull off. Because it's not easy to have all of the logic, all of these different assets, flying bats, and dropping dropping resources. These spiders who are roaming around and staying on the ground, and as you can see, when it goes up, it pulls up. So it's a lot of things that we don't see happening and just take for granted when we open Game Maker. For example, to make this spider walk in some sort of other Game Maker, some sort of other game engine, would not be probably so straightforward as it is in here. So you will have to, have the pathfinding, for example. So this is a really quite complicated, like not math problem, but a programming problem. How to make pathfinding for your artificial intelligence, i.e., for your NPCs, because that spider could be considered as an NPC because it's moving, and it's not moving, in animated. It's not a decoration. It's not like animated decoration. It's a asset which is moving on the ground. So it takes a lot of, not a lot of, but a little bit of CPU power, of CPU computing, and even those runes are just spinning. So these are the data points which are moving around, and it's actually a lot of things, a lot of things that at least when you build in some sort of like game maker, you take a lot of for granted. If you go, for example, into Unity or other engines, you have to program all of that yourself. So um, to find the best way to program the feature for your game might take some time. So for example, it's like, I think it's well known that it's not one way to make, for example, something to drop. Another third silver nugget. Very nice.
Whoop, whoop.
And I'm thinking that basically game maker is very cool because it's very straightforward. You don't really see a lot of what is happening behind the scene, and and if you push this to the quite of the edge, because you could not like program or write scripts, so you're like fiddling with this logic, and sometimes you really need a lot of it to make the feature that you want to. And yeah, performance gets a little bit of hit. Then of course you want to have it decorated, so a lot of assets. Oh, the spider. All right. um, then you want to, yeah, we have a lot of decorations, and that also puts quite some triangles around you. So I counted 3 million triangles in the map, not at once now when we have LODs, but it's still a lot of triangles around. Even for I don't know, for mobile phone, it might be quite important how much of them you have. For PCs, I think that, well, 4 million is not the high end, but it's quite some. Um, and yeah, just overall, I'm just thinking that this is in development stage. In development stage, games usually are not that well optimized. Just after the launch, when there is really a lot of people, um, then you have to probably even optimize even harder. But I'm pretty sure we will see this in near launch of the sandbox. That even if you like copy paste a bunch of assets, it's still running fine.
And going mobile needs optimization. So we're running on a computer, and this is what we're playing. If we go mobile are like small computers with not that much processing power, so it will need to be even optimized from the client side, right?
Um, I'm not sure. Regarding the phones, I don't see a difference between computer and a mobile phone. For me, it's same hardware, same code, same everything, basically. The only difference is operating system, which is Android or Windows. But you could like run Windows on your fourth silver nugget. You could run Windows on your phone. Um, Maybe you have to figure a bit to find the correct kind of compiler, but I'm pretty sure it's possible, because the hardware is, or the way the bits, the ones and zeros move, is the same. So it's same thing, just smaller factor. And I'm pretty sure that you could buy phone which is more is faster than for example the PC that I'm running now. So I'm pretty sure that for some kind of for example, as a calculator, I'm pretty sure that you could buy a phone which is a little bit faster than my PC to run some sort of calculations. So yeah, I'm not sure about the phones, the problem with phones is the same with laptops. They start to heat up, and once they heat up, they really can give any much more punch. So really start to slow down, heat up, and just not perform the best. But if you can like mm, take that heat out of your phone, I'm thinking that it's just one very small PC, one very, but that maybe I'm wrong. But at least if you look at the specs, um, it shows that basically your personal PC and your phone is very similar in power. At least that's what I'm seeing when I'm looking at my phone specs. So regarding, yeah, so sorry that I'm talking alone, but regarding the optimization for phones, I think they do have the RAV power to pull off, because you need maybe 4 GB of RAM to run a proper game, and usually phones do have 4 GB of RAM at the moment. They do need maybe 3 GHz processor, and usually Snapdragons do have 3 megahertz, maybe 2.4, but still that's two kind of 2.4 gigahertz of computing power. So it's two 2,400,000 like things happening every second. So our phones are not slow. They are not slow anywhere. Um, I do think that the software will be needed. So, for example, the Android, they will, for example, now my PC is getting all of this data, this map from the Sandbox server. So phones will need to do the same. So you will need to have a software which is able to connect, which is able to some sort of server, which is able to temporarily hold information, because once you're downloading something, you might not have the full of it, so you're waiting and you're just putting it on table, waiting for it to download fully, and then only then you just start to extract it and look what are the files inside. So a lot of that, I think, is the hardest part when you make something on mobile. Oh, the pickaxe has just broke. So I thinking that the app which will run the sandbox is in development, and there's a lot of that goes into it. But once they have the all of the backings done, any experience that you have for PC will be probably be able to run on your phone sandbox app. At least that's the way that for me it looks like it should go. I don't think that optimization, or basically the platform, should be decided, not decided, but determined by the developer. Basically, I think if developer is developing for gaming, well, sandbox, once you finish the experience, I think it should run on all of them, on PC, on phone, on console, if the sandbox has the um, developed apps for it. And why I'm thinking in that kind of way, because it's a platform. The whole idea of the platform is that ease of development and ease of use. So at least that's what I'm hoping for. That once you have an experience, it will run on all of the things that Sandbox is ready to go, and phones is probably one of it. So yeah, for example, Genshin Impact. So one game which you can go on or can run on PC, on mobile, on consoles, and you might, well, you could play with your friend on your phone while you're on PC. Yeah, Gold. Yeah, I also love Genshin Impact. Great game, though it's a gacha game. So sorry. Um, yeah. So this is the third silver nugget, and the fourth was for our previous miner. Um, let's probably start to mine for them. Who was the third miner? Sorry, Fred, maybe you could remind me.
Uh,
It was
we had Ian the
seven
IT guy,
seven
one
sevens.
boxed, and 322 confirmed, right?
Yep, thank you. Yeah. So yeah, at least that's my thoughts regarding the mobile. I'm thinking that once they have the software, all of the experience that we have on the Sandbox, it will run on the mobile. But we will see. I'm not sure. I don't think that you will need to have somehow specially prepare your experience for mobile, because then it loses the point of having game maker like so limited. Like the limitations for me, it seems like it's making the development life easier.
That makes sense.
And also that once you have, once the creators create something, it's possible to use on all of the platform that Sandbox is creating. So at least for me, it makes sense. It would not make sense if we would have some sort of different kind of game maker to make it run on mobile, because maybe then you will have, I don't know, a game maker for mobile. So there will be a game maker like right here in on PC, game maker on mobile where you build on mobile, and maybe it will be two different kind of engines.
I don't think it's going through that route. At least from everything the Sandbox shared, I think it will be one platform, one builder platform, and you can play on all devices, which is smart.
Yeah, I think that that's the case, because all of the engines like Unity, Unreal, maybe not all of them, but are moving towards that. Once you develop something, you could like add some maybe plugins or some sort of things, and then you're quite ready to mm, prepare that creation for other platform like mobile or console. Um, and that is really the hardest thing solved, because what if you're a developer, you really don't want to make it probably the same thing over and over, like by basically by creating a game and then have to recreate it in some sort of other thing. It I think all of the developers want to, that you develop it once and it's ready for all of the things that you could use for. And I feel like Sandbox is trying to offer that for people who like to build that
I,
once you.
I, I would not imagine what would be working on the game maker on a mobile. Fred, can
Yeah,
you imagine doing all the stuff you do on mobile?
Can I imagine playing the Sandbox on mobile?
No, the game maker.
Oh, no.
Building.
Heck no. Fudge, no. I would never want to do that.
but should we like, don't we want it to be like so? Like, for example, do we want to developers develop only on PC? Like, you have a phone, sorry, go buy a PC.
No,
No,
I
I
think
think
it'd be useful to have a game maker on the phone. But yeah, I wouldn't use it very much.
I think
Mm.
new users will find it. So we've been used for game maker for computer. It's like it's already impregnated in our DNA. We cannot see it anywhere else. But someone that's brand new and the first time that they get to work on game maker is on mobile, maybe they'll see it the otherwise. Like, what? Doing this on the computer? I can do it with my fingers, fast and smooth.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and so I'm thinking that, developing platforms like Sandbox, at least I'm viewing it as a platform, um, should not be like only on PC. So maybe they will create game maker for mobile, and it will make games only for mobile. I'm not sure, but it might go that way. I'm not sure. No one. I don't know. Maybe only the Sandbox is sure about that. How they want to do it.
They will look at you. They will look at Fred and say, "Look at those dinosaurs working on the computer."
Yeah. I would be surprised if they made a game maker for the phone.
It feels quite complex.
Yeah, because wouldn't they just work on making the game work on the phone better and like just put all their money and energy towards that? Like, I don't think they're going to get much benefit by making a mobile game maker.
Well, mobile does have the most users.
Except for except for the whole world at least has a mobile phone probably before they have a computer. I can see that, but they're going to be like, yeah, those people are going to play the game, not build them or whatever.
But maybe they'll focus like that. Hey, if you want to be a builder, you'll have to do on the computer like you would build any game. If you want to be a player, you can use your mobile.
Well, I feel like the Sandbox is going after not as much after players as after creators. They are developing space, well, not only for players but also for developers or builders, let's call it. So for me it would be well, I'm thinking like the ones who really add a lot of value are the builders. So we want to have as much as we can. So if people do not have a silver nugget, we have a silver nugget. 3 to 2 confirmed. Nice. So if we want to have as much builders as possible, and some might not have a PC. So basically, who is a builder? It's a person who has creativity and
somebody who wants to build will find a way to build.
Yeah.
So if we give them the tool to build on the phone, they might take it for sure.
Yeah, and then we have more builders in our metaverse.
But also, what does it cost to make that, and where else could we stick that money?
But yeah, I do understand that that it costs, but I don't know if I can make that calculation easy.
Yeah, I bet you they would do that before they make this VR, probably.
Oh yeah, definitely. VR is well. When I'm looking at what do you need for when developing games for VR, mobile and PCs are the easiest one. PC runs everything, all of the shaders, all of the plugins, all of the things, all of the code. Mobile, not so much. It has more limitations of what you can use as a graphic engine or something like that. VR is even harder. So, yeah.
But I mean, it does. I will concede. It makes a lot of sense to make a tablet type version of Game Maker because, every kid coming into the world knows how to use a screen before they know how to use a keyboard nowadays.
Like, second silver nugget. Sorry, Freda.
It's okay. A screen is like second nature to children nowadays. They're like, what's a mouse and how do I use a keyboard? But
exactly.
They can drive around on a screen all day, do stuff we can't even do hardly. So it makes a lot of sense, and it is the future. You're right.
Maybe a light version.
Yeah.
It might be because, and it might be rewritten all from the ground up, and maybe it's a whole different sandbox that we do not recognize.
Like the mobile game they started with?
The 2D?
Yeah. Have you ever? My kid plays that sometimes. You can turn sand into glass pretty easy there.
Yeah. I think saw it, but did not play it. Third silver nugget, very nice.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, you like make volcanoes. You can like make volcanoes work and learn some of the basics. Like I said, turning sand into glass by mixing lava in with the sand and stuff. I mean, that's where the Sandbox started.
Yep. So this is basically a second generation of Sandbox. So maybe we'll see a third, fourth one, and maybe it will be an ongoing thing once once the sandbox is launched 0.1.0. They will start to develop a mobile kind of version.
And you
And
have to take something in consideration, which is Sandbox is supposed to become a DAO. And as a DAO, the token holders, from what I've understand from a DAO, kind of have a strong influence on what will be the direction of the game, the project, everything. So I'm eager to see how that will play out, the DAO.
Yes, that is a big unknown.
well, the DAO for me, the scariest thing is that people will not participate in it, like in real voting. So if there is very little people voting, there is a problem.
I
Because
would disagree. So, for example, in terms of voting, I would say that I'm not sure about the United States or other countries, but regarding Europe, there's a very big percentage of absence of voting in terms of when there is elections.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I would see this because people that have absent, they bought it because they want it, because they want to be part of it. No one is making them to be part of it. They are there because they want to be there. So if you're buying sand and you know that you can put your sand to express yourself in somehow terms of decision making, why wouldn't you participate? Because you actually wanted to be in the ecosystem.
well, just because I don't know the answer to it. So, for example, if someone asks me, like, do you consider that on that? I do not know. I'm not a professional on this kind of thing, so I will not vote. I do not know. I don't want to know to maybe some people do know this kind of topic and they will leave their vote, but I'm who is like new to this kind of topic. I would not like to to just click and just press on whatever I can. So I believe that a lot of people will not vote just because they don't feel the information that you need to have to be make a good decision. And
I have a different view on that. I think that there will be something that I already see in other, which is delegate. So you'll be able to delegate your voting power, so the sand that you own, to someone else.
yeah,
See that
that's a
on
great idea.
ApeCoin. I saw that on ENS as well. So what I would see, for example, let's do this example here at the Pickaxe Master. Probably we will able to run ourselves like delegating for the Pickaxe Master. So everyone in the community is like, okay, whatever the Pickaxe Master decides or whatever their proposal or their voting would be, I trust them. So I'm going to delegate my voting rights to whatever the Pickaxe Master decides. And that will go. So we have 160,000 lands. So that can be a lot of experiences, a lot of groups, a lot of communities. And I would see breaking it down into like community voting power as well.
I actually
And
like that idea. Yeah.
that would facilitate what you were just describing now.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if you can pull it off, it'll turn into kind of how the real world works, right?
Yep.
Where you'll have to go out and educate people on why you want your thing to pass and try to get votes. I mean, it'll be the same thing.
Hmm.
Which is kind of scary. But at the same time, yeah, it does make sense. Some people have some ideas, they want to push them forward because they believe it will empower the community or bring good stuff to everyone. So they're like, hey, here's this proposal. Let's vote. And I'm sure there's going to be a mechanism on how to bring proposals. So I think you would need some sort of minimum sand allocated to propose something into the DAO to be voted. I think the central land works like that. They're already running some sort of DAO-ish already.
Interesting. Yeah. All right. So we did finish to mine for all of the lucky miners today.
Yeah,
Um,
congratulations. Thanks for hanging out on the test site and winning yourself some picks.
absolutely. Yeah. And
GG's, everyone.
probably it's time to part. So thank you everyone who was here in our stream. Deep love, and let's see on the next stream. Yeah, that's all for me.
Thank you, everybody.
Hi, everyone. See you on next week. Have a great weekend, everyone. And I have to be honest, I love seeing you two guys up there. Hope you had fun.
I had a blast.
Myself as Vpire today.
You missed it. When we were early on, EKM was like, Bruno's looking a little different today.
Well, let's make it dynamic. Let's make it different. Everyone, have a good weekend and see you on Monday.
In ancient times, the secret mountain was sealed by the dwarf deities with 5 powerful.
Let's skip that boring part and let's dig into business. I need your help.
Hey, where am I? This is a bit different from what I visited earlier.
Hey, come here quick.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
How dare you to interrupt my story? I am the mountain.
Well, as I was saying, this is the Misty Mountain and has 2 things about it. One, it's filled with golds and diamonds.
And there is some kind of weird magic. What was the last part?
Instead, you can mine any dwarf streams, and all you need is a pickaxe.
Any dwarf streams?